Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Misfits of Cinema podcast. I'm your host, Danny Newton, joined as always by my co-host, Derek Rios. How are you today, Derek?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
Pretty good. Today, we're going to take a dive into series Spotlight, and we're going to talk about a little show called Halo.
Season 2.
Better than Season 1, but that's not saying much.
For an analogy, Season 1 was like a dumpster on fire rolling downhill.
I'll take that, yes.
Just straight downhill.
Yeah.
And then Season 2 was the same dumpster on fire, but it hits a bump called the first 4 episodes. And it starts, it goes uphill a little bit.
Yeah, it slows down a little bit.
Yeah. It goes up the hill. And then, oh no, another fucking downward spiral. It's just a 90 degrees drop off.
I would say that Season 1 was like a pile of dog shit, but in Season 2, we just sprinkled a little glitter on it. Yeah. So now it's sparkly dog shit. Yeah.
Either one works.
Oh my goodness. It built my hopes up. It really did.
I knew better.
Yeah.
I knew it was like, okay, you know what? This isn't so bad. And the first 4 episodes, like, it didn't have a lot of the random bullshit, like mystical backstory crap. And it was just, there's, hints of it here and there.
Yeah.
And then after, spoilers, episode 4 is The Fall of Reach.
Yes.
And after that, it's the last 4 episodes is fucking trash.
It really is. God, man, I was riding pretty high on episode 4 when it started. But then by the time we got to the end of episode 4, I was just like, oh no.
Yep.
So I think I've had to separate my expectations from reality. Okay. And the reality is they told us up front, we're going to make a completely new product. I've been thinking about it and I'm just like, okay, if they want to do something new, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. But you have to make your new thing good.
Yeah.
And the only thing I have to compare this to is the core lore and the core story. And compared to that, it's not that good.
No, it's awful.
No.
There's so many decisions, story plot lines that they make or fuck up. It's like no one had ever read or played the games.
Right.
If someone told you, oh, hey, this is what Halo is, and then someone's like, oh, okay, I can make an adaptation of that. Oh, there must be magic in this world because that would make sense. But that's not Halo. The show tries to have all this magic and mystical shit going on.
Yeah.
And that was not Halo. It's a sci-fi show, sure, but it's
hard sci-fi, right? It's
Yes.
hard sci-fi on the sense of
it's not fantasy sci-fi.
right. This is Star Trek, not Star Wars.
Yes.
Right?
And they put all the shit in there that just doesn't make sense and it feels out of place and it's just bad and dumb.
Right. I mean, I completely agree. I thought in the first 4 episodes, it was getting strong.
Mm-hmm.
Each episode was getting progressively stronger than the one before it, which is a very good thing. We needed to do some course correcting. They were still making poor decisions, like keeping McKee in and doing stuff with Soren and like the outcasts and pirates on the rubble and just all that crap, which was background crap that didn't matter. Yeah. And those were the bad parts of the first 4 episodes.
Mm-hmm. But they were still sprinkled in there and you could tell where they were heading, that it was going to be bad.
Yeah. The good parts were so good, though, that it could make up for it.
Mm-hmm.
But by the time we got to the end of episode 4, which was completely all of the Fall of Reach.
Yeah.
They just compartmentalized it and put it in a fucking half-hour episode and just then forgot about it. I was thinking when I was watching it, I was just like, okay, we're starting Fall of Reach on 4. All they have to do is continue out this Fall of Reach storyline for the next 4 episodes and boom, they'll stick the fucking landing.
Nope.
Just doing a blind jump pillar bottom from Reach, getting
to
there,
Halo.
Sticking the landing.
That's how it should have ended. This should have been the Fall of Reach and then going into showing up the Halo. And that's the game is.
They could have done more stuff on Reach.
Yeah.
They could have done so much more on Reach. because there's other Spartan teams operating on Reach.
Mm-hmm.
You have all the Spartan 3s that you bring into Reach.
Yep.
And
you're supposed to have this huge space battle.
Right. And even when you take from like the main Bungie timeline of the Reach video game, which in my opinion wasn't that good.
No.
Lore wise, it wasn't that good. But still, if they wanted to bring in like, Noble Six and that team and stuff like that, they could have done stuff like that. They could have played with stuff like that and it would have been fine. Because this is a separate timeline. And in this timeline, then Reach could fall like it fell in the fucking video game.
Yeah.
Right. And not in the book. And that would have been perfectly fine.
But no. Instead of fighting over Reach, which it was our military hub for humankind.
It was the most important planet.
And in the show, they're just like, well, the sacrifices have to be made. No. They threw every fucking thing they had to protect Reach in the actual storyline.
Yeah.
The actual books and the games, right? Because it was important. And it's where they built our ships. It's our shipyard.
It's our shipyard. It's our entire military industrial complex.
Yep. It was just a big fucking planet to raise soldiers and train them and build everything we need to war.
Yes.
And they just like, nah, fuck it. And it fell on one episode. They didn't protect it. They just fled. And we get this nonsensical battle where Master Chief's just running around without his armor on, which I didn't hate. It was fine and everything.
It made sense because they did Ackerson so well.
Yeah.
Because they did Ackerson so well, it gave you somebody to hate and be like, that son of a bitch, he stole their fucking expensive assets.
Yep. Then you get the second half where it's like, oh, we're going to do all this stuff we should have done on Onyx. That we should have done on Reach. And we made Onyx this place where the flood starts, they have the huge battle, and then that leads into them going to the Halo.
Right.
And fighting over it. And none of it makes sense.
The biggest thing I hate about Onyx is I don't know where we are in the fucking timeline of its own continuity. Because at the very opening of this season, it starts with Master Chief on some random like harvest style planet where they're evacuating civilians and the Covenant's about to come in and glass the entire planet.
Yep.
And Master Chief ends up attempting to save like a Marine squad.
Yeah.
But only ends up saving one, which is Corporal Perez.
Yeah.
Right?
Which I like Perez. Well, the first half of Perez.
Yeah. Even though she did things that didn't make sense, Perez was like another eyewitness to the Covenant actually physically being there.
Yeah.
But for some reason didn't say anything.
Well, she was incentivized to not say anything, right?
Right. But then turn around and like, she's there kind of on and off. She's there when Reach falls. And then turn around in the next episode, we're already on Onyx and she's a Spartan 3.
Yeah. Somehow she fled from Reach on Captain Keyes' ship.
Yes.
Who dies.
We should only be like a week or two.
Yeah.
Past.
But this has been like months. It has been months for her to join the program.
Yeah.
And to be a Spartan 3 now. Which doesn't make any sense because the Spartans 3 were raised from children to be Spartans.
They were, see, that's where the show has no idea of its own continuity and lore. Because, I mean, Spartan 3s wasn't like genetically selected like the Spartan 2s.
Yeah, they nullified, they dumbed the gene pool down.
Right.
Or expanded it, right? So they just have exceptional gene pool people, right?
Right.
But they did no augmentation on this wave of Spartans, and they're just throwing them in there, and they're just because they're expendable. They're supposed to be suicide bombers. They are expendable
because, for one, these are children who are war orphans from the outer colonies. Right? They grew up seeing firsthand the Covenant come in and slaughter their families and stuff like that. So these are children who already had hatred in them.
Yep.
And that was just like turned up to 11.
Yep.
Where they're willing to fucbe die to kill one of these assholes.
They're supposed to be just straight up kamikazes.
Yeah.
Do as much damage, go in, and then be there until you die.
Right.
And just destroy the Spartan 3 program. They sent them to their shipyards, the Covenant areas where they were building ships and like they were just destroying factories and anything they could to slow down the Covenant from obtaining their goal.
Right.
That was their objective.
But in this, the Spartan 3s are literally, it's like they're just cobbled together.
Yeah.
It's like the ragtag, like whoever.
Yeah.
And the fact that we have Perez now as one of these Spartan 3s who should have only been in this program for at most 2 or 3 weeks. And she's training for ops and stuff like that. It's not, you know.
These are like ODSTs.
Yeah.
They're not actual Spartans. It doesn't make sense.
They're worse than ODSTs because we already saw the marksmanship of Perez.
Yeah. Well, she was like a scientist or a communications
She was a comms
crew.
officer. Yeah.
She's not a fucking soldier.
I mean, she's a soldier, but she's not like a frontline grunt.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
She has her expertise. They're not going to be like, all right, here's a gun, go to the front line.
Right. So just it's so illogical. It doesn't make sense. And the show in itself, when it does this, it doesn't make sense.
It contradicts itself a lot.
Perez should have just been out.
Yeah.
You know?
They just needed to throw someone familiar in there and they had no one else.
Right.
Because they had never set up anything else for this up to then.
If they wanted...
What they should have done, they could have had fucking... What's the Black Spartan with the messed up hand?
Soren.
Yeah, they should have had Soren's kid in this program.
Yeah.
Made him a Spartan 3.
Yeah.
Which apparently they're training him to be Spartan 4s, I guess.
Well...
I don't know what the program they're working on there.
His son would be considered a Spartan 2.1.
Okay.
2.1s are basically offspring of washed out Spartan 2s.
But the Spartan 2s weren't able to have children.
Not if you went fully through it.
Okay.
If you didn't get all the augmentations.
Well, majority of them that didn't get the augmentations just died. I think only like 2 didn't, were crippled and lived.
Yeah.
The rest of them died.
But the thought is some of the genetic modifications they made to the Spartan 2s could have washed over into their kids, their offspring down the line. All this is going on Reach beforehand. You got Ackerson moving in the shadows in the background, doing slimy, shitty shit, which he should be doing, which is absolutely fine. We're trying to set up making Master Chief not believe himself. Or his crew not believing in him. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that was the first half. They're trying to just criminalize him and turn them against him.
Yeah. Because
they don't want him in control because they're afraid of his power.
Right.
And none of that was ever a thing. Ostracizing Dr. Halsey, making her an enemy of the state or whatever. And her whole arc was just dumb. It didn't make sense either.
Right.
So they have her captured and they're just tormenting her, which I didn't hate that part, right? Because we left off just hating her in season 1.
Right.
Because she's an awful person.
They made her a person in this.
Yes. And she's supposed to be more robotic in her calculations, which I guess it kind of comes across.
Yeah.
Where she's pretty heartless. And then season 2, they're trying to redeem her, right? I'm just like, no, fuck this bitch, right? I don't care anymore about her.
Right.
They've ruined this character.
Yeah. You can't turn this fucking sociopath into a person for me anymore.
No. And she's nothing like what she was in the books. Yeah, she was cold and calculating, but it was for a cause.
Right.
And she always cared about the Spartans. Like, she genuinely had maybe not like a child and mother love, but maybe a puppy love, right?
Right.
Which she cared about all of her experiments.
So when we get to season 2, she's been captured by Ackerson. And she's basically in a holographic prison. What Ackerson's doing is sending a young woman into her cell to be her attendant and basically just to torment her, right? But every time she asks this girl a question, this girl instantly dies.
Well, it's always when she gets personal or starts asking about Ackerson.
Yeah.
Yeah, her nose starts bleeding and she dies.
She dies. But later on, we figure out that Halsey abducted Ackerson's sister into the Spartan 2 project.
And she didn't make it through the augmentation.
And she did not. Yeah, she didn't make it through.
And this is a clone of his sister.
and he's using a clone of his sister to torment Halsey.
Mm-hmm.
I did like that about Ackerson. Ackerson does some really dark shit.
Honestly, I think Ackerson through and through the entire season was the only good thing about this season.
Yeah.
Well, the only consistently good thing about this season.
I like his character.
Yeah.
So as we're having the conversation about, eventually it all comes out that, yeah, Chief's been telling the truth this whole time. The Covenant's on Reach. They're taking out a relay station to blind us for their fleet jumping in. And Keyes goes and confronts Ackerson. Because Ackerson's the one pulling all the strings behind Oni right now on Reach.
Yep.
And he's having this conversation of, oh, we're going to fight. And Ackerson's like, no, we're not. We're going to extract our valuable assets and we're going to leave this planet. And Keyes is not having it. And Ackerson's like, we're going to, air quotes, fight, but we're going to lose.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to make it look like we're putting up a fight. But we're leaving. When you cut through everything Ackerson's actually going through on a personal level, he's got his father is aging out to dementia, and he's been telling his dad, like, hey, you know, things are getting progressively worse. Not just for you and your health, but, you know, the war is on our doorstep. It's getting worse. And his father was just like, I don't want to be taken.
Yeah, I'd rather die here.
I'd rather die here.
Yeah, I'm ready. He's ready to go.
So he gives his father a fucking suicide pill. It's rough because his dad can't take it on his own.
Yep.
He has to help his father kill himself. And then he lets his father be with a clone of his sister in his final moments. God, that's so fucked. That's so fucked. But honestly, it's a little thing called character development.
Yeah.
And it's something that's very lacking in everybody else in this fucking show.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Master Chief's character development is, oh, I fucked this prisoner of war into, I'm enemy of the state. No one believes me. I'm not crazy.
I'm not
Cortana
crazy.
Didn't destroy my personality. I don't know. I don't see her and she's not talking to me. Into, hey guys, I'm the hero again.
I'm constantly going AWOL. I'm constantly fucking like hijacking military assets and going off mission, is doing whatever the fuck I want. I have no idea why they would be suspicious of me.
And then the whole time they're just like, well, Master Chief's dead. Oh shit, he's still alive. Oh, obviously, because we found him on Onyx. And he's just roaming for 4 episodes. He's roaming around the base on Onyx. So it's like, well, go find him. We don't know where the fuck he's at. Like, there's just zero surveillance of this entire base.
Honestly, to me, it's shitty that they didn't tell Cobalt Team that they were walking into an ambush potentially.
Yeah.
But it makes sense to me why they sent Cobalt instead of Silver Team. They can't fucking trust Silver Team.
No.
Right?
Well, yeah. Well, obviously. Maybe that's why they wanted to get rid of Master Chief, because he's going fucking AWOL and having sex with the enemy the whole time.
Yeah. He's ceased being valuable military hardware.
And it's really sad that that's what it's come down to. They use him as like Captain America. He's our poster boy. He's Earth's savior. He's our fighting chance. This is what everyone wants to sign up. Slay dragons. Be Master Chief.
Right.
But
dude, he Iron Mans him.
Yeah.
He literally says, you're just a suit.
Yep.
We don't need you. We just need the image of your suit.
Yep.
It's sorry, Tony Stark. At the end of the day, Iron Man's just a suit. Fucking Jarvis can be Iron Man. Right?
Yeah. And it's sad that that's what the show has come up down to, where it doesn't, honestly, yeah, they could just fucking replace Master Chief and, it's like, it wouldn't affect the show at all.
Right.
Because so far, he's just been an emotional, whiny bitch.
See, in like the books and shit, Master Chief was the alpha Spartan. He was like the chosen Spartan to lead and stuff like that. In this, apparently, he wasn't.
No, he is the chosen one and has all the abilities to interact with he has a special genome to interact with the Forerunner technology.
So, but in this, it's like whenever Soren meets up with Halsey and they're escaping during the fighting on Reach, Halsey's literally telling him, I let you leave.
Yeah.
I gave you the means to escape because I needed to get you out of here because you were the natural leader, Soren, not John.
Yep.
And I needed John to believe in himself, and he was never going to do that if you were around. So I engineered your escape.
Which was stupid.
Yeah.
The whole, like, John's not some special chosen, like, has this random rare genome, right?
Right.
He is a natural born leader.
Right.
He is a great tactical leader. He wasn't even the strongest and best Spartan. He was just the best leader of the Spartans. And that's why he did the best.
Right.
And then the whole reason he does so well afterwards is because he has Cortana in there just making all these calculations and helping him.
Right.
So,
he wasn't the fastest. He wasn't the biggest. He wasn't the strongest.
No. But he was the best.
He was the best tactician.
Yes. Tactical leader. They couldn't even give that to him in this fucking show.
No.
He's just a dumb grunt who's just emotional now, and it's like a teenage kid running around just upset the whole time.
It's so fucked because there's times in this to where I can see that, oh yeah, this guy would be good at playing Master Chief.
Yeah.
He has moments in this, you know? It's just the writing's not there. It's so messed up. Literally all they had to do was do episode 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 around Reach getting invaded, fucking rolled, and then a carpet bombed into oblivion.
They could have had some of the background shit with Halsey and them on Onyx. That's fine. And then there's Soren saving a stupid kid and shit. And that could, but still while Reach is falling, because Reach doesn't fall in one day. It doesn't fall in one episode. It takes weeks that they're battling over Reach.
So what was the other Spartan that died? Vanek? That was his name?
Yeah.
You know what? I so thought that they were going to pick up Vanek and put him in a cryopod.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to lend to him. Right? No. That would make too much sense. Because literally when Vanek gets killed and Riz fucking risks her life to go back and pick him up.
Yep.
I thought they were going to cryopod him.
No, he's dead.
No. Even though they can clone organs and fucking bring him back and save him.
He's already dead. Too late.
Yeah, too late. Sorry.
And then Riz is like, man, I'm emotionally scarred. I'm done being a Spartan.
Yeah.
She's also injured and shit too. But
yeah, Riz was very messed up to begin with. Where she took a plasma grenade from season 1.
Yeah.
Like Riz was on her way out and she knew it.
I'm sorry, yeah. When Kai goes off with Ackerson.
Yeah. Kai just believes Ackerson's bullshit, hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah. I don't know why.
So weird.
It is weird that she has like zero loyalty to Master Chief. He turns her very easily.
Yeah.
Even though they grew up together. There's no reason. If this was Kelly, she's ride or die. Kelly and Sam, ride or die Master Chief all the way. They would never betray him.
Yeah.
None of the Spartans would have ever betrayed Master Chief.
No.
All of them loved and respect him. And even in the show, the other teams, it's like none of the Spartans work together. All the teams were pitted against each other.
We only saw one other team, but they were just assholes.
Yeah. And they talk shit to the other Spartans.
Yeah.
And I mean, I get like them goofing off and stuff, but they would never disrespect fucking Master Chief.
No. No.
Never. But they made him look like, oh, all the teams had their own groups and cliques, and like they were all upset because he was the prize pony.
Right. Then we waste a couple of episodes looking for Soren's kid, and I don't give a shit about Soren's kid or Soren's storyline or any of that, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. I mean, even though
I did like
though they didn't make Quan insufferable this season.
Yeah.
I didn't give a shit about any of her stuff.
It's just a bunch of mystic bullshit that just like doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's just like,
it's magic when there's no magic in Halo.
No. It's just like they needed a reason to throw a plot development in.
Yeah.
And this is the only way they could figure it out.
So I've been trying to make sense of it. The only thing that comes to mind is, did you ever play Halo 4?
Yes.
Okay. So whenever you're playing through Halo 4, you're dealing with like the librarian or whatever, right? Basically, throughout all that, she's talking about what they did to humanity and the way they manipulated our DNA, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I think it's called like a gene song or something like that, right? But apparently they manipulated our DNA so that throughout our entire lives, I mean, we have free will, but our DNA wants to perform a task,
Okay.
right? Even though it's subconscious and we don't realize it. Our DNA is trying to cause us as a species to perform a task.
Mm-hmm.
What if she's like that? What if that's the protector thing or whatever they're trying to go with mysticism?
I guess.
Is like this DNA song trying to get her to complete a task.
Mm-hmm. But
It's still just, it doesn't make sense and I don't like it.
What's the task?
I don't know. Apparently to release the fucking flood on Onyx.
But then it's also, it's leading her to the flood.
Yeah.
But then turn around, like, it's also warning her of the flood the entire time.
Yeah.
Maybe it's trying to take her to using the halos to blow up everything again.
I mean, maybe. But the thing is that's why we've said before that there's no like chosen one. It's in all of our DNA.
Yeah.
That's why all of humanity are reclaimers.
That's why the Covenant was targeted at us to begin with. They thought we were stealing relics.
Yeah. They would show up on our planets and be like, look at our fucking planet's glowing with Forerunner relics. But we were the Forerunner relics, right?
Because we are their offspring.
Yeah. We've inherited the mantle of responsibility, right? It's not even doing it right in its own continuity.
No.
Like, everything on Onyx was just shit. I didn't like any of it. The Spartan 3s made no sense.
Yep.
I do like Parandowski still being like a deep state Oni person.
Yeah.
I do like that. But I don't like her character.
No.
Whereas, even though I don't agree with Ackerson at all, I like Ackerson's character.
Mm-hmm.
We need that kind of person.
Yeah.
But Parandowski's just an asshole to be an asshole.
Yeah.
You have all this dumb shit happening. You have Sauron going after his kid. And apparently, like we said before, there's no kind of surveillance systems or anything. And you can just walk around these top secret government fucking bases with no problem whatsoever.
Yeah. And no one knows where you're at the whole fucking time.
But here we are in the United States and we couldn't manage to Naruto run onto Area 51.
Exactly.
So.
Well, that and they sat there for like a week talking about how they're going to do it. But anyways. But no, if I walked around any government building, they know I'm there.
Yeah.
They know where I'm at.
100%. There's no scenario to which I could walk around a secret government military installation.
I can't even walk around my work without them fucking surveilling me.
Right?
The only privacy I get is if I'm taking a shit.
Exactly. And you wouldn't even have that on Onyx.
No.
There would be cameras while you're taking a shit.
Yep. Every bathroom. Every
bathroom,
toilet.
Every toilet. It's like fucking P. Diddy's mansion. But we're doing stupid shit on Onyx for so long. That too. So many episodes.
Yeah.
And then turn around and in our finale episode,
it's the T-virus.
So here's the thing. When you think of the flood as a spore, I like what they did. Because it would be like this. The flood spreads through spores. Okay. And a general population would be completely fucked.
All right.
Right? Now, how it escapes is completely fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's really poorly written. But just this thing in a sense of once it's spread and you're all fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%.
So they found an object. They go into Onyx, which Onyx is a Forerunner planet, right?
Yeah, I forgot. Quan. Quan unlocks a fucking a secret fucking Forerunner facility.
Yes.
And they walk across a light bridge.
Which Onyx is supposed to be.
It's a shield world.
It's a shield world, yeah.
Yeah.
And there are a bunch of drones. And in the books, they fight all these drones. Like they become active and shit. When Halo's going on, they fight all these fucking drones and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But there's no flood there.
No.
But they find this relic that has their spores on it. And one of the officers, one of the other fucking scientists,
who is a fucking biologist.
Yep. And was like, oh, this is neat. And takes it and handles it with their hands, apparently.
Yeah. And Miranda's like, Did you touch that? No.
No.
Why would I do something stupid like touch that?
Well, I'm a fucking biologist. Why would I do that? I'm not that stupid.
Like fucking idiot or something? And then spreads the fucking plague to the entire goddamn base. So
I don't think it would spread like this.
So
at least it would, the spores in
there's parts of the spread I like.
The Last of Us.
Yeah.
It's the same thing where it's spores, right?
Yeah.
But at least those have to be ingested, and it was ingested on a mass scale.
Well, these could be airborne for all we know.
I don't
Whenever
know.
you're playing the games, it gets to the point where there's fucking spore clouds around you and shit when you're in all these, like, you know,
yeah,
just flood infested areas.
But there's also like,
but we're also in a fucking biosuit that filters that out, and we don't get it because we're fucking elite Spartans when we're playing through the game.
But then all the soldiers with him would always be infected, no matter what.
Yeah, probably.
But they're not.
They all fucking die horribly when they're with Master Chief.
Well, that's just because he's always in the worst possible situation. But there's people that go with him on missions through flood infected areas that are fine afterwards. They don't just automatically. It's more like a zombie. You have to be bitten to transfer the virus.
So there's portions of the flood spread that I liked, and there's portions that I didn't. All right.
Yeah.
The portion that I hated is when it turned her instantly homicidal.
Yeah.
I don't think it would do that.
No,
it wouldn't make you kill. It
Yeah.
wouldn't make you kill people. It would make you spread the parasite, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think the little like flood things that were coming out of her, were big enough, because those seem to be very large little spore things in the games.
Yeah, they're like
the size of a fucking basketball.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah, they're like a foot tall or so.
Yeah. But when people started mutating and fucking sprouting tentacles out of them and stuff like that, I thought that was okay.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty accurate.
But
I don't think it would spread just by like touch.
The stupid thing is back what we were talking about before. This is a fucking hardcore lockdown secret government facility. There should be surveillance everywhere.
Yep. They have no idea what's going on.
They have no idea that this is spreading.
Which we found out, which makes sense. It would spread like this because Master Chief is walking around the fucking place and there's zero surveillance. They're just like, it's like word of mouth the whole way. Like they don't even have comms apparently. There's not a single person like, holy shit, everyone's going mad and turning to monsters and killing each other.
When she killed that guy, all they did was put her in a fucking cell.
Yeah.
They didn't say, oh, wait, this is unusual that one of our fucking lab techs went instantly homicidal for no fucking reason at all, completely out of character. Maybe we should run tests or look into this. Nope. Let's just put her in that cell. It'll be fine.
Why is her veins all weird looking and shit? No, I just throw her cell. She's obviously just mad, upset with rage or lust or something because everyone else is fucking everything around here. She's probably on the Covenant side.
She's a Covenant spy.
Yeah. Because they fucking might as well be. Shit. They have humans on their side.
And even Miranda doesn't suggest the whole, maybe we should test her.
No.
Because she totally didn't touch this artifact that I told her not to fucking touch.
She said no. No.
She obviously lied.
Well, I wouldn't touch that. Oh, shit, bro. He's a fucking super intelligent, high-level secretive military ops. You know what? They would just touch it with their fucking hands. This is how stupid the government is in this fucking show.
It's on the level of everybody in like after Aliens. Everybody's totally okay with going into these fucking hazardous places with no suits on and sticking their face in the first fucking thing they see, and boom, they get a face hugger on them. Imagine that. Oh, they'll be fine. It fell off. We'll just put them back in rotation. It's okay.
Yeah.
And a fucking alien bursts out of their chest. Oh, didn't see that coming. It's almost like that's been happening for decades. Maybe we should have known that by now. It's on that level. I hate it when we make characters that are too stupid to be alive.
Yeah.
Man, that burns me.
NPCs, especially ones that are supposed to be intelligent, are not just supposed to be that dumb. Like, come on.
Everybody has a base level of self-preservation, right? Nobody would do this. I mean, if I handed you something and said, hey, man, this object is covered in AIDS. Don't touch it with your bare hands. You wouldn't just sit there and fucking juggle it barehanded, would you?
No.
No. You'd be like, get that thing the fuck away from me.
But if you were like, if you brought in a random object that was covered in AIDS and didn't tell me, and it was like, oh, hey, look at this old fucking Nintendo controller. And I'd be like, oh, shit, yeah, I don't touch it. But you know what else? We're not fucking scientists on an alien planet.
Right. Right. It's just, it's so dumb. The flood was the last chance to stick the landing.
Yeah.
And it failed.
Yeah.
Because we had the flood spread, overrun the entire fucking base. We end this show with Miranda locked into a fucking clean room in the lab.
Yep.
And Halsey is infected.
Yep.
But we put Halsey on ice to stop the spread, even though there is no cure.
No.
The Forerunners spent thousands of years trying to develop a cure.
A super advanced technology
The most advanced race that was in the galaxy could not come up with a cure.
Far more advanced than us. You know they're going to come up with a cure because they have to have Halsey back in this fucking show, right?
Dude.
She's going to come up with a cure. It's going to be fucking stupid.
They better not.
It's going to be so stupid.
They can't.
Like, this is a race that destroyed every life form in the universe.
Right.
To stop the flood. And then reseeded all the planets with fucking robots. And we're supposed to figure this shit out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they didn't know about fucking Neosporin, bro.
Yeah,
just take some Benadryl.
Yeah, a couple Benadryl, a few antibiotics, throw some Neosporin on it. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. It's okay.
Oh, my God.
Oh, dude. This can't be cured. Once you're infected, you're fucked.
They're going to cure it. They're going to cure the flood.
Oh, dude, no.
It's going to be the finale. There's no big flood god controlling them. It's just fucking, let's just rub some fucking aspartame.
But we have this juxtaposed with the battle going on over Halo.
Yeah.
Over Installation 04. And it's bad. Like they're throwing all their Spartan 3s in there, and they're trying to overload the whole plan is the overload the ship's core, and it'll explode their ship, and it's cause a chain reaction to blow up all the other ships. It'll take out the solar system.
Yeah.
The spike they're trying to deliver is a computer virus that's going to overload their hyperdrives in a way that will take out the solar system.
Yeah, they're going to Independence Day.
Yes. Yeah, 100%. They are. And we don't really see what we see of the fleet battle going on. It all looks like shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's frustrating. So every cruiser that jumps into this battle is a Halcyon class cruiser.
Yeah.
That's not a thing. The Autumn was specifically chosen and taken out of mothballs.
Yep.
Right? Halcyon classes are like old news.
Yeah.
But Cortana selected it because of its hull design and the fact that it could take plasma shots like a champ because it had so many layers of honeycomb hull.
Yeah.
So she chose that ship. But every other cruiser and frigate and, destroyer and stuff like that, they're not all Halcyon classes.
No. Well, it's just easier because they have the model already.
Yeah.
We'll just replicate it.
Yeah. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste.
Yeah.
So we have a fleet that jumps in that's pretty much all composed of like cruisers of that class.
Yeah.
And then they're just fighting under a fucking OCS, just fucking huge ass Covenant capital ship carrier class.
It's the Covenant's home base ship, right? They use these things to glass planets.
They use these things to carry the fleet that glasses the planet.
And they know these things have big laser beams that come out of the bottom of them. Yeah. So what do? We just fly right under it.
Like, why are you not maneuvering to try to get out of the fucking death ray?
There was no reason you would ever fly underneath this fucking ship.
No, not at all.
It'd be like, hey, let's go fight the Death Star, but we'll line up in the middle of the fucking death ray beam to fight it.
They're engaging at what I would consider for a space battle to be point blank range.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that. Our ships cannot engage these ships at point blank range.
Well, their whole theory is that's how they're going to have to jump ship to, blast holes and to get into the Spartan 3s into these.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they have, Pelicans and shit for that.
Yeah, but they've already delivered the Spartan 3s before this fleet even jumped in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why we are throwing so much at this when we just let Reach go. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand.
Well, they're trying to blow up their fleet, but then Master Chief stops them because they're within range of the Halo now, and he doesn't want to blow up the Halo.
Yeah. Dude, they fucking turned this into heroes.
Yeah.
Save the cheerleader, save the world. Save the Halo, save the world.
I don't know. No.
I mean, it's so fucking stupid. Like, there's no Forerunner technology on this ring that's going to be... They've already found this level of Forerunner technology on Onyx.
Yeah.
They wouldn't fucking care about this ring at this point.
No.
They'd be like, hey, we got this like in the basement right now. Well, let's fucking go down there.
Well, the ring's supposed to be a weapon, right? That's the whole thing. The theory is that the rings are weapons that they can use to shoot laser beams and destroy planets.
But they can't use them.
No.
They can't use them. Why?
Well, they have the keys now, right? That's what the fucking big key things are supposed to be.
Is it? Is that what they're supposed to be?
I guess, yeah.
I don't know what the fuck those are supposed to be.
I don't know, man. They were like weird artifacts and shit that activated their technology on these planets. But in this show, all they do is when you touch them, they show you visions of where the fucking Halo is.
Ah, so dumb.
They're coordinate plotters. But
So
no one else can access except for fucking McKee and Master Chief.
we're just throwing all kinds of assets away to try to destroy this fleet over the Halo. And the thing is this fleet is not even a large fleet for the Covenant.
No.
It's not. It's just not. And we're throwing all of our assets in, trying to clear this fleet so that we can claim the ring. The Covenant can't even activate this shit.
No.
It's useless to them. We are the only ones that can activate it.
Yep. There's not supposed to be a battle over the Halo anyways.
No.
Like, it's supposed to be the one cruiser shows up.
Yeah.
And then they just stumble upon it, mainly because Cortana plots in the course to take them to the ring. And the Halo, the Covenant follows them there. And then, hijinks pursue with the first game.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing makes sense. And then he has the battle at the end with the
Other Arbiter.
With the other Arbiter, which he kills the Arbiter. I don't know if this is supposed to
not
be
our Arbiter from the games.
I guess not.
See, I was thinking that they were going to turn this guy into the Heretic.
Yes.
Right? Because our Arbiter from the games goes and hunts down the Heretic.
Yeah.
And I thought that's who this guy was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Just another fucking dead elite.
Exactly. Who is one with McKee and like betrays the Covenant because he believes in her because she's the chosen one, and they flee to go to this fucking Halo.
Oh yeah. And throughout this entire episode, it's fucking Tarantinoing us like to the end at the beginning where, John's sitting there talking to a monitor.
Yeah.
At first I thought he was sitting there talking to an Oni spook.
Yeah, me too. I was like, what part of the timeline is this in where he's talking about the Halo already?
Yeah. But then at the end it's revealed to be a monitor.
Well, it's Spark.
Yeah, it's not Guilty Spark.
It's supposed to be Guilty Spark.
It's probably supposed to be Guilty Spark,
Yeah.
but it's definitely not Guilty Spark. It was just really weird because the voice actor is not dead.
No. But I'm guessing we just think of, maybe they chose it that way everyone wouldn't know instantly that it was Guilty Spark.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But then it ends and we're on the Halo
And
after we fucking sacrificed our fleet and Kai blew herself up, but it's okay. She's floating in space.
yeah, she only
She's fine.
crashed a ship into another ship and survived the explosion.
Yeah, and John only crashed a ship into this ring and
He
he
jumped
survived.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he jumped out the last
yeah.
minute. He's fine. He's fine.
Which we're going to get into
And,
like him transferring Cortana to him.
Oh yeah, he
by
punched
punching
a control
the console.
panel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, Wi-Fi transfers aren't a thing in the Halo universe. You have to physically punch the panel.
Well, she's supposed to be a data chip that he plugs into him.
She lives in his suit now.
She just, like, she even spawns on the ship. It doesn't make sense how her technology works. That means that the Covenant technology is integratable with human technology, and turn around, they also have holo projectors.
Yeah. But I don't know. This ended very weak.
They also replaced Cortana's actor, her model.
For no reason.
I guess they wanted to make her look more human, like she did in the later games.
She didn't look bad.
Yeah, it looked weird, but I mean, to begin with, yeah, the new one looked weird.
Yeah,
I don't know.
She didn't look bad in the first season, so I don't know why they replaced her.
I'm sure there's a lot of stupid things they thought was better, but
I don't know. So how do you feel about it? Are you checked out for season 3?
I mean, I'll watch it, but I'm real fucking disappointed still.
I thought it was going to be better. I did. I thought they finally got somebody from the first few episodes. I was like, okay, maybe they got somebody who actually gives a little bit more of a shit to be writing and show writing.
I don't think it was possible to salvage it.
I don't either. And it's sad. It didn't have to be like this. They didn't have to do anything fancy. From episode 4 forward, they really only had to fight over Reach.
I guess.
And eventually lose.
I guess it was probably too costly.
It couldn't have been that costly. It couldn't have been.
The more CGI you throw in there, the higher the expense.
But we're CGIing other things.
Not much.
Every time one of these fucking ships take off, it's CGI'd. You know, when you think about stuff like that, I mean, a lot of this stuff is CGI'd.
But not quite as much as like a battle with, monsters the whole time.
Well, I mean, it didn't have to be like an intense, super hyper battle the entire time. That's how episode 4 started and kept up that pace. But it had its slow moments it was still throwing back to with Soren and Halsey, right? You could have had stuff like that. You could have had side plot and stuff like that going on. You could have had Ackerson working stuff in the background, right?
Yeah.
You didn't have to be all intense battle nonstop all the time. This should have been easy. It should have been a layup to make the fans happy. It should have been a layup to bring in new fans who'd never been exposed to this before. But damn, man, that was rough. I don't know.
We got our first monkey on Reach, and
our first monkey.
Yeah, I mean, whatever,
We've had Sangheilies. What do you mean to say?
Oh, sorry. We got our first monkey. What's the monkey race?
Okay, on Reach we got jackals, and we got brutes.
Oh, brutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got our first brute.
Mm-hmm.
Randomly thrown in there, and they he was strong or whatever, and they kill it, and they're just like, all right, that's that, I guess.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's it.
Yep. Soren's wife kills it.
Yeah.
With the ship guns.
And then no other mention of what that was and why this exists.
Nope.
Because they know pretty much most of the Covenant races up until now. But the brutes are supposed to come in later.
Why have we not seen any grunts? Where the fuck are the grunts?
I don't know, man. You think they would be... They're supposed to be everywhere.
Yeah.
That's like they're foot soldiers.
Dude.
They're literally called grunts.
Yeah. I thought the jackals looked good.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, where the fuck are the grunts?
I love the grunts are like some of the best stuff in Halo.
Yeah.
When they're running around fucking flailing, screaming, demon! That's like,
I guess grunts just don't exist in the Silver timeline.
Grunts would be comedic relief.
Yes, they really would. Grunts would pull that tension out and say goofy shit.
Yeah.
And that's fine, because that's what they do.
Season 3, we'll get the grunts.
Dude.
That should have been a hunter instead of a brute. And that should have been grunts running around everywhere.
Yeah. I gotta be honest. I'm like you. I'll probably end up watching it, but that's because for me, it's free.
Fair enough.
For
me, it's free too.
If I had to pay money to watch this, I wouldn't.
No.
No, I wouldn't.
Nope.
It's not enough to sell a service.
No, it's not there, man. It's sad.
This could have been their flagship show.
I'd say maybe season 3, but no, it's over, man. Like, if you're not into it at this point and you don't like it, just fucking give up.
Yeah. Maybe Paramount Plus will give it up. They'll sell these assets, and maybe somebody like fucking, I don't know. Maybe Amazon will buy it.
I don't think they've confirmed a season 3 yet. I don't think there's going to be a season 3.
Well, I'm like I said, I'm just hoping that they sell assets and somebody else picks this up and they start it over from scratch.
It'll be 10 years from now at least.
I'm still fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably way down the line.
You know what's weird? You think about all the names that were attached to this series before Paramount Plus started it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I wonder what Peter Jackson's would have looked like. Right?
Yeah.
I wonder what fucking Spielberg's would have looked like.
A Grand Adventure. Well,
And
Peter Jackson's.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Peter Jackson would have adapted the source material and stayed as close to the books as possible.
We could have had a nice 3-movie trilogy with like Lord of the Rings style.
Oh, dude,
adventure.
A fucking 3-hour Halo movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'd be for it. But we live in the silver timeline where that didn't happen.
Fucking silver timeline.
Silver timeline fucking sucks.
It's the worst timeline.
Overall, this was just bad TV.
Yep.
This was CW level shit.
Yep.
And I mean, it's like a 3 or a 4.
For sure. Not 3 or 4 isn't good. Well, I guess we don't really do hate movie, but on a scale of good to bad,
yeah,
it's got to be pretty bad.
I don't know. I heard you talk better shit about the 100 than this.
Hey, dude, 100 was hilarious. And there's some really good moments in it,
but yeah, this is worse than CW writing.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to watch Star Trek on CW, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I grew up watching CW. SG?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
But I don't know. I'd skip it.
Cannot recommend again.
Yeah, cannot recommend again.
Watch highlights on YouTube because
yes.
there's some cool clips out there.
There are. This isn't worth it.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Remember to interact with the like button, the comment section, maybe that subscribe button,
or not.
It doesn't matter.
No,
we
don't want you. We don't want your pity. Your pity subscribe.
Yeah,
thanks for joining us.
See you later, guys.